that.
It looks like that.
You didn't really kid. The gems did.
Yeah.
How close are we to having a Venicello? Okay, so it's still wet.
So the process is really by getting a bunch of ideas. So we get a bunch of poems, stories, stuff we could just turn into a film, and then we all start just choosing and picking off things, and then at the end we just end up with one solid thing that we all feel happy about. Okay, so he's gonna start walking. The film is called Crossroads. We named it Crossroads because of the very first scene. It's a forest and there are two paths, and this man has to choose a path to go along for the rest of his life. It's like a sentimental place in his brain, like where he chooses which path. This path leads to his sad, boring life, and that path leads to his fun, exciting life. And he's choosing to go into that sad, boring life for safety and security. My name is Emmanuel Martinez. I go by Manny. As soon as I got here, I wasn't really shy or anything. And I'm pretty open-minded too. A lot of people here are really funny, and I thought they were really cool. I think I created a really strong bonds with the people here.
Okay, so at the 40
For puppet making, I generally follow a strict set of sketches and concept art first, and ironing out story before I make any puppets. My name's Yai York, and this is my second year doing this program. I love the intricacies of miniatures and working on all of the frustrating aspects to get them to be functional as well. This is Starboy. He is the main character in Crossroads. He has fairy lights inside him and this long trail coming out of his foot. He was a complicated build. We'd never put lights inside a puppet before, and I had to make two of him, so he has a stunt double. I like finding solutions to strange problems. I think that lends to the dreaminess of our film.
So we're animating one of the scenes of the main character as the old man. And so just the action in this scene is just him eating this boring cupcake at this retirement party that nobody really showed up to. That's most of this shot.
This was the first draft of what it was going to look like. And then we made a scale sheet that kind of shows the puppets in relationship to each other. So I get to be with the students for 4 weeks, and we concentrate in the beginning on developing story, basically brainstorming ideas, and then we put together a storyboard. We have different people work on different panels, and then we make an animatic, and we go into character design. My name is Nicole Emmons. I'm a stop motion artist and instructor, and I teach the stop motion workshop here at Artspace at Untitled. This bird is supposed to be his spirit guide. He pops out of the cello case. They get to learn a lot about communication and collaboration. We have to come up with the film all together. Usually it's a group effort making the storyboards. We have different artists coming up with different shot ideas. These are all the shots that made it into the final film. This is all a stack of all the shots that didn't make it into the final film. So you can tell that, hours went into them coming up with different ideas of how to express different concepts.
Making the film, my biggest challenge was trying to create sound effects for whenever he's walking. It's actually plucking of strings. I did find making sounds with the cello kind of difficult. I didn't really know what to do. With the cello, you have a lot of restrictions.
So take this and click reference. I think generally I've gotten better at collaborating with others through this. I was really scared about trying to do stop motion. I was scared about the process, and I was worried that, I wouldn't make a lot of friends or I wouldn't contribute enough. But this year I came in and pushed for ideas that I thought could work, and it's really helped me be more flexible. We also had the biggest sets that we've ever made this year, so we got a little ambitious. I directed tricky scenes, like we have a shot where they touch hands through a mirror. Mirrors are so complex.
This is what we start with. This is aluminum armature wire, and this is all needle felted. Just so many different skills are needed to make a stop motion production, and it's really exciting for me to be able to teach all those different things. Animating itself is a whole nother thing. So as they're making a film, they're really animating for the first time, learning how to move a puppet, how to make it walk, how to make it emote. Okay, so what shot are you on now?
7.
We're on 7.
And you want to do 2 more steps?
I've learned a lot more of how to be a part of a team, how sometimes you can't really control everything. If this is your idea or something, at the very end it might always just get scrapped, but that's okay. I mean, I have to learn how to take in judgment or advice.
One really great aspect about the program is all the guest speakers that we have coming in. It really gives them a first-hand perspective of what it's like to actually work in the industry. We also work on portfolio building here so they can start preparing, trying to get an internship.
This week is our marketing week, so we're making posters, tote bags, and t-shirts for the crew. And I designed our logo, and I've been printing posters all day today. It really elevates the experience when you come to watch the film.
Oh my gosh.
My name is Mason Drum. I am the founder and creative director at Loud Cloud Animation Studio. We specialize in telling handcrafted stories. I've always been interested in animation. When I was a kid, I did like the little flip books, like the little yellow sticky pads. I would do little animations. And then I kind of like didn't touch animation or photography or videography until later in life when I got a job at the University of Oklahoma in their marketing department. Every once in a while, the marketing team would be like, hey, Mason, it's National Donut Day. Can you go and do an animation with donuts, like a stop motion? And I was like, sure, I like animation. I love stop motion films. So I would go grab some donuts, bring them into the studio, and then I would just animate them. And I found over that project and a whole bunch of others that I really loved this craft. It was a mix of photography, it was a mix of editing and storytelling, of getting your hands dirty and building things, and that's what stop motion is, and that's the thing that I'm drawn to. And it's a very holistic medium. I started doing it more and more in my spare time, and then I just kind of grew my experience in animation and storytelling. Got to the point where I was doing enough of that where it just made sense for me to quit my job at OU and jump full-time into stop motion animation. Part of our mission with Loud Cloud is to connect with our community. Our values are first and foremost we're people-centric, which is where Artspace comes in. Artspace, they have had stop motion camps. Once I learned about that, I was invited to come speak, share some of my experience and expertise in the field, and it's just been super rewarding. It's a joy for us to be a part of what is happening there, and we want to continue encouraging that and cultivating that community. I'm looking forward to seeing how that continues to grow in the years to come.
We started working with Dead Center a couple years ago. We got to screen at Scissortail Park, and then we moved to Harkins, and we started screening there. And each year they get to screen and be a part of a Q&A in the student section.
It's really impactful to see my film on the big screen. I realized how much I improved from last year and how much the entire production improved. I think next year we're going to knock their socks off.
This experience has definitely made me a lot more inspired, and I've experienced the process of making a film and making the story, designing characters, designing clothes, designing everything. I feel like I appreciate those people, and that appreciation also makes me want to continue, maybe even make films on my own.
I've grown a lot during this process. I've learned a lot of techniques that I can carry on into further work, and I have been inspired to go into stop motion as a career.
The mentorship program is one of the most impactful programs in probably all of Oklahoma. I myself am a product of the program. I know that it definitely affected me and it changed the trajectory of my life, but I also see it in my students every day. I get the opportunity to help them get interested in higher education. We have tons of students who didn't really consider film as a career and are now working in the film industry here in Oklahoma.
After having gone to school for this really niche thing that a lot of people would be like, don't do that. You're not going to get a career doing this. I feel like we're speaking against that sentiment that you have to do some predefined path